New Life. Musings of the day on the physical experience of love. They say that one of the most important things for a newborn baby is the physical touch of her parents. Hugging, holding, massaging, give her the feeling of safety and love. Love she can experience through her body. It's her body that first knows what love is, not her mind. We are physical beings. Spirits, yes, but living in physical bodies, so that we can have an experience of the world that is unique to being human. When a baby isn't held, isn't shown in some way that she can feel through her body that she's loved, then an essential element of her development is missing. She will fail to fully thrive. And so it is with all of us as we journey through our lives. Even as adults, we instinctually seek out physical sensation, whether it be through a hug from a loved one or the feel of our dog's furry coat. We need it like we need water to live, but as adults, so many of us have forgotten our essential needs. Our world is one of the mind, social interaction over the internet, scrolling on our phones, or living vicariously through others via TV or movies. We live in a physical world that has forgotten how to be physically intimate. I say all of this from very personal experience. As a child, I was lacking the visceral forms of love that would have shown me that I was cared for and safe. A child cannot understand love with logic. She needs to feel it with her body. Not being held, touched, shown love in a way that a baby needs to experience it, I did not develop a sense of safety in the physical world. I learned early on that physical touch from another human was not only unsafe, but something not freely given. One of the most important elements I needed for my emotional and physical well-being was withheld. Children are quite resilient and resourceful in finding ways to give themselves what they're lacking, but they're not good at discerning which ways are healthy. I instinctively clung to my baby blanket for the physical touch I needed, but retreated into my head as I got older because turning to a blanket was no longer appropriate. The point I most want to communicate here is the primal necessity we all have for physical touch, for love to be experienced through our physical senses. It's not enough to just know that we're loved. We must have an experience of it. Being told with words that we're loved is not the same as being shown in ways that we can feel. Love is an action to be demonstrated and experienced in ways that only physical beings can experience. The other day, I had a new visitor to my studio, someone who had never seen my work before. I took out a booby pillow and a spirit pillow to show her. Her eyes lit up when she saw them. Clearly, she was appreciating their beauty. But when I suggested that she hug them, feel them, there was a palpable sigh, an instinctual drop of her head into the pillow, and a look of wonder on her face. She was having an experience. She was feeling the love in every one of them. Her body was responding. When she touched the silk velvet ruffle and the frayed edges of the linen, it was her body that reacted to them. There were no words, only a look on her face that told me she was in the experience of it all. And the coolest thing about it was that my body reacted as the love I had intended to be felt was received. My body felt warm and relaxed. My body knew there was an exchange of love. I create what I do out of my own need to express and offer the most important element to my own thriving: love. My paintings are highly textured, and I paint a lot with my hands so that my body is directly involved in each piece. I need to feel the materials I'm working with. Each piece of fabric I design and each piece I make is created with the same intention: to bring the element of love into a form that we can have a visceral experience of. I'm bringing back the one thing that I was so desperate for as a child and could only give myself through the touch of a blanket. We do not truly live on computers and cell phones. We live in nature. We live in a physical body, in a physical world. And we need love in a physical way.